Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. Been doing this for 2 decades plus. I used to be a divorce mediator, have experience like crazy. And this question comes up. The question is, should women put their children before their husband? And I know that this is going to cause some problems. And I know that the ones who are looking at this video are men. And I'm going to give you the answer that you want to hear, but I beg you, do not tell this to your wife. It's going to have the worst possible effect if you do. And I'm going to give you great explanations, but I'm going to then turn it around for you. Okay? So the answer is, as you've already figured out, no. Once a wife marries her husband, he's number one, period. And not by a little bit, because they're not your kids, is one part of it. You didn't create them, you had them. And what makes you so compelled, in your case, as a father, to protect them, and in her case, as a mother, to protect them even more and nurture them, is biological. It's biologically driven. You don't even know this person before they're born. It doesn't even make sense. But this is how human beings are, because our greatest expression is love. And so when we have this compulsion to care for, to nurture, to protect, it becomes love. And then we learn to love these people. I call them these people because they're strangers to you. It doesn't matter. They could come out all twisted, and they could come out as terrible murderers, and still the mother's love is so powerful, based on the compulsion, based on the biology. So that's why she's like that. And no matter what you say to her, every fiber of her being, not her spiritual being, but her physiological being, is going to say you're crazy, that my children come first. And as a husband, your job is to respect that, to honor it, to recognize it. It's just the way it's going to be. Even with very advanced, spiritually advanced women, they are still going to want to put their children ahead of everything. Now, if they're really spiritually advanced, they'll put their children ahead of everything along with their husband, and there's the key to your problem. The key is doing what you're supposed to do when you're married, joining together. And the more that you're able to recognize and be part of her in that putting the kids first, the more you're able to do that, the more she'll be able to trust you, that you don't have an agenda to destroy her children, because it could get extreme. How do you do that? You do it through love. You see, your whole being, your whole existence, because what about you? Is she number one? Are you putting her ahead of everything? You should be putting her ahead of everything, and not just saying it, but checking yourself constantly and making sure that what you're doing is you're putting her ahead of everything. What does that mean, everything? It means ahead of your own desires, your own instincts, your own inner reactions, your own hang-ups, your own desires for this and that. She should be your number one above everything. And when you do that, it's going to stimulate in her a trust that is telling her you're on the same page. And you should be anyway. The kids, it shouldn't be a choice for her. You should be on the same page. You should be loving her kids as if they're your kids. Because I know in many cases, this question springs from fathers who have adopted the children, whether it's legal adoption or not. If you don't, it's so difficult for her to open her heart to you, because the children are a huge part of her. It doesn't matter intellectually how you cut this, how you explain it. In her reality, which should be your reality, you can't separate the children from her. And if you do, if you're having an expectation and you're not resonating with her point of view, her feelings, there will be a gap between you. And that gap will create a distrust of, you could be as logical, as reasonable, and as truthful as can be, but if that trust isn't there, she won't be able to hear it. It's got to be coming from the two of you. And in this case, because they're her children, you have to be in tune with her. And you now have to put her and her need to care for her children ahead of your need to be number one. And I don't know how more clearly I can put this, but that's it. So, whew. It's a good topic, isn't it? Hopefully you're a subscriber to this channel and you're learning how to be married so you can get closer and closer with your wife. Because marriage is an amazing thing. It's designed to bring out the best in us, to give the best to us, but you got to learn how. So subscribe. Maybe get one of my books, maybe take the course for men, or if you're a woman, take the course for women. But we're here to serve you. And if you've been following and you'd like to be a TMF counselor, maybe you're clergy now, maybe you're already a therapist and you're realizing that Western psychology has no place in trying to help married couples, and we're starting to put together a course for you. So that's it. Like the video, leave a comment if you want to. God bless you. Thank you and take care.